Hi, this is Celia Strickland with Tweaks for the Soul, and today I want to guide you through the steps to use the electronic cutting machine files that came with your download of your bag toppers with the bonus gift tags and cookie bag stickers or bag stickers. And today we will be using Cricut Design Space as I use Cricut products, but you can also use Silhouette Studios for your Cameo products. They will work well with both. I have already started a project here, and this one is labeled Happy Birthday Stickers, as those would be the ones that I'll be working with. I've already downloaded, for the sake of time, the 3-inch sticker in a print then cut format. So let me show you how I did that. Simply go to the Upload button in the left corner side of your panel, and then you will upload images. So upload your image. This will open your browsing box, and you can either drag the files in or browse through your file manager. I know that my files were downloaded into the download folders. Now you'll notice I only have 2 files here. One says Read First Instructions, and one is the PNG file for making Avery stickers. So where are the rest of my files? Here it says Custom Files Only, and that is the only thing that will open, at least the way my computer is set up. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to select All Files. Now we have all 5 of the files that are included with your bag topper purchase. File number 1 is it's a zip file of PNG images. These images include all of the sizes of your bag toppers, as well as the gift tags and the 2 and 3-inch bag stickers. These are simply 3 PNG files that you can use to print on your home computer. You will also have a file 2, which includes a PDF form. This is best used when you're professionally printing your tags with an online service or at your local office supply store. I find that my printer at home does just as well with the files that we have in file number 1. You will also have a folder that says Read First. Instructions. This will give you all of the directions that you need to use any of these files successfully. Then you will also have a PNG file for Avery stickers. These are specifically formatted for the round stickers to be printed on Avery stickers that you can purchase at your store. Then you use the Avery.com program to input that PNG to properly format it to print out on your stickers. And I'll show you that in another video. But today we're going to be focusing on the electronic cutting machine files that have been included with your download. Notice that these files is in a zipped folder. That means that they have been compressed to be able to use and to relay to you easily on the platform that you bought these from. So to open that, I'm simply going to right click, which will open a dialog box. And I'm going to go down to extract all. We're going to extract, and here we have our folder with our 3 files in it. This is going to give us our gift tag file as well as our 2 and 3-inch sticker file. Now I can take one of these from here and I can drag it over. There we go. We just simply click on it and move it over into our window. I'll show you the other way with the next one. So here we have our gift tags. Notice it does not have a background. It's completely ready to go. So hit continue. Here's our preview. Everything looks great. We're on a transparent background. So I'm going to apply and continue. There's no need to remove any background with our files. We're going to import it as a flat graphic. So select flat graphic and hit continue. Now here you can rename it, and I'm going to rename it. In some of our downloads I've already done this for you, but I didn't with this one. So I'm going to rename that gift tags and simply hit upload. Give it just a few minutes. And there we have it loaded on our canvas in Design Space. Now you'll notice that this came out quite large. It's actually 9.5 inches by 13, almost 14 inches. But that is too large to cut on our Cricut machine. And you'll notice over here in our layers window that it is giving you a caution window saying that the image is too large once you click on that. So all we're going to do is resize this image down to less than 6.4 by 9.25 inches. And there is an option here to auto resize it. And that's what I always use. And there we have our image ready to print. You'll notice up here in your window that you do have it down to 6.4 by 9.25. Now I can take that even smaller if I want to look to see how big our tag is. Let me get it over here. I can tell that my tag is 2 inches by about 3.5 inches. I can take it down a little bit smaller if I want to, or I can bring it back up to its size that I want it to be. I just have to have it less than 6.40. So we'll leave it right there. Oh, a little bit too large. There you go. You don't want a red warning symbol over here. Now you'll notice that it still says this image will print poorly, but they don't. Believe me, I've done it many times and you won't have any problems printing that in your Cricut Design Space. Alright, so now we're going to upload our 2-inch stickers. So we're going to do the same thing again. Go to your upload button, click upload image, browse, and this time I'm going to show you how to take it directly out of the file that you've extracted. Remember, we had all of our files extracted. Here's our zipped file, and here's our extracted file, and this is the file that I can now open. So I'm going to go ahead and just click on number 3, which is our 2-inch stickers, and I'm going to hit open. And this brings it into our software. And again, we're just going to click on continue. That brings us into our preview. This again is a transparent background, so nothing will show and mess up your printing. We're going to import it as a flat graphic. Hit continue. And we're going to rename this 2-inch stickers. Now again, I think I've already done that with all of our files that are uploaded on Etsy and on our website, so you won't have to do this step. But if you want to rename it, this is the time to do it. You can also add it to any of the folders that you may have created to organize your Canva, your design space more efficiently. So we're going to upload the file now. And again, this takes just a few minutes, depending on your Wi-Fi and how fast your internet is. And there we go. We now have that image. I'm going to go ahead and make our other files invisible. And this is the one that we're going to be working with. You see now, just a little bit. Now again, this one came in very large, and we do have a warning symbol on our print layer. So let's go ahead and click on that. We're going to resize it down to less than about 6.5 inches with the auto resize. And that brings it down to where we can now print it. Let's focus just on this one. I do have all 3 of my items loaded onto my screen. And so those will be in there. Before you do anything else, go ahead and come up to Save and click that as Save or Save As and label it Happy Birthday Stickers so that you will have that in your program. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to get rid of both of these, and we're going to focus just on our 2-inch sticker. This sticker is now ready to go. We're just going to simply click Make, and we will see how far we can go. I do not have my Explore machine on right now. I'm not in my office. I'm working simply from my home, and so we may not can go too far, but I want to show you as far as we can go. This is the way it's going to print when you send it to your printer. So make sure here that you have it looking the way that you would like for it to look. We are within the bounds of our boxes, of our cuttable area, and you can tell that here. So let's go down and click Continue. And this is where it would pull up your machine, and you can make sure that you have your correct machine. And so from here, I'll talk you through the rest of it. You'll simply hit Send to the printer. This will take it to your printer. And I'll show you that part. I believe I can show you that. It will show you that the sensor marks have been added. Now, if you're new to Print Then Cut, those sensor marks are important because they're going to show your cutting head exactly where to go. When you load it into your machine, the machine will read these sensor lines and go around and read each one of those lines. And then when it comes time to cut, it will know exactly where to cut from. So the next part would be to take it to the printer. Your printer should show up here. I'm using an Epson that has the refillable colors. If you do a lot of printing, I highly recommend this printer. This is the 2850. It's not the most expensive. It's not the least expensive. But I have refilled my cartridges maybe once in the last 2 years, and that ink costs $50 for all of it, whereas you're paying, for most printers, you're paying $30 to $40 per cartridge, and I used to replace my cartridges every few months. So this is definitely a great printer. So you'll look down, see how many copies you want to make. I always add bleed just because, and what that does is it prints just slightly outside of the area that it's going to be cutting. That way you don't have any white area left. And then you're going to hit print. I'm not going to hit print. I'm going to walk you through the rest of it as we go. Once it prints, then it will go to the next screen that will ask you again what printer you want to use, and then it will ask you what paper or what medium you're using to print on. That's when you can choose your sticker paper that you have purchased to use, or I like to use a washi um, washi tape setting. It does not print, it does not cut through the bottom layer of my stickers, and it allows my stickers to stay on the backing sheet. I don't cut out to print to sell the stickers individually. I want them to stay on the sticker, on the background, so that I can peel them off and put them on my cookie bag. Now, if you want it to cut all the way through the backing paper, use one of the sticker settings that they have. But the washi tape setting is what I have found to be best for not cutting through that back paper. And so then once you've selected your medium to print on, you'll simply hit load your mat into your printer with your printed sheet of labels on it and go from there. Hit send and go. And that's all there is to it. It's very easy to use, very easy and convenient to have in your arsenal of products when you're packaging. If you're a professional cookie decorator, when you're packaging your cookies or products, or if you're a baker, when you're packaging your items in a bag or in a box, and you have these stickers ready to go. Thank you very much for your purchase again. We hope that you will check out our full collection of stickers at sweetsfromthesoul.com, as well as on our Etsy store, Sweets from the Soul. Thank you and have a great day. God bless.